Good morning, traders, and this is the Dax daily review. So I just want to hop onto the weekly first just to show you where we are at the moment. So we are below this 200 moving average on the weekly, and we are also heading back up into a pretty dangerous area on the oscillator, which is an indication that you'll get some sellers stepping in again. So the only thing that is really positive for the bulls right now is that we do have a bit of a channel. Okay, but it's also looking like a bit of a big wedge. So let's just get rid of that noise. And I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to focus on these two areas here. Okay, so I'll pick the levels up on the lower time frames, but you can see where I'm picking them up. So I'm taking sort of an average here. I can move it up a little bit if I wanted to account for that tail, this tail, that tail. But bear in mind that we have broken through to the downside. Okay, and we did sort of pierce the top, but we did get a close below this level. So all I'm doing is just adjusting that to that area there. But we'll pick up, we'll tidy that up on the lower time frames. Okay, you can see there, pretty good area. We've got some inside tails there, so that is a fairly good level. But we did break below it. Okay, and if we look at what happened yesterday, a pretty much indecisive bar. And what I'm going to do here is just put a Fibonacci on this, and you'll see we're at the 61.8. Okay, now, the thing to bear in mind is the following. Look to the left. Let's move this to the center. Look to the left. Look at all this confusion here. You can see that there. Look at all this confusion. And as we get back into this area, we start getting confused again. Okay, so let's just move down and start looking here. Again, you can see on the 4 hour, we've had tails at the top, we had a bit of indecision, and then yesterday, big up, or big down, big up, and down again. That is complete confusion. Okay, if I put a level on there, if you look to the left, you'll see there's a lot of inside tails here. So there's obviously something here which is exciting the bears, and that's sitting at 11.22. I would say 11.220 is probably the area that they're looking at right now. There's actually nothing I can see there right now. And even looking at the daily, sorry, the 1 hour. So we are technically hovering above the 200 EMA and above the alligator. So the trend is up. But if you look at the awesome oscillator, momentum is to the downside, even though we are in an upward trend. I'm not sure what we can read into this at this stage. It's kind of a difficult one to trade, because you're probably better off just trading a 5 minute on this thing right now, because you'll see better structure. You can see through yesterday, a lower high, short, down to the 200 EMA. You can see we start bouncing out, get out of it. A bit of indecision, and then you can see we start breaking through the alligator again. Gives you an opportunity for a long. So it's extremely volatile, and the lower time frames are the ones that are going to give you the trade, but not all of us can sit and watch it all day. And if you look to the left here, I'm just going to the 12 minutes, look at all this congestion from the day before. We get back into that area and we get congested again before moving up again. But yeah, so I'm not entirely 100% sure what we want to do with this thing today. Just looking at the half hour, you can see what I mean. Very tight range day before, then extremely volatile. We didn't really break below the bottom of the range, which is interesting. But we did gap down, didn't come down and close the gap. We came down to test the bottom of the range, and then sort of rallied, but with a lot of indecision with all these tails. So I think the key thing here, let's just have a look at what's going on the DAX futures right now. Perfectly flat, 11,172, which is kind of where we closed. Okay. So I think for me, this is something which I'm probably going to just leave alone. I was really expecting this kind of thing to play out yesterday. So break above the range, come back, test, maybe come down as low as testing the, closing the gap, stop below here, and then look for a move up. And I think, that trade is probably the only one that I'd be interested in right now. But I was on the Dow yesterday. I had a trade on the Dow, which kind of worked out. But then also we got the same kind of price action. So I think until we get the political noise out the way, which we're waiting for political noise on the trade war, I think we're going to continue with this. I don't even know what to call it, but it's really just consolidation every day. Consolidation. And this is still consolidation, even though it's pretty big and wild swings. That's kind of my view on this. If we do get a close below 11,126 on the daily, then I think I will start looking at a potential measured move down to the bottom here of, it's going to come and test this breakout here, which is 11,688. Okay, now the weekly is starting to get a bit tired. The daily, if you look at the oscillators, it's not really tired at the moment. And if we look at the 4-hour, we've got some sellers stepping in up here. So I want to pop across to the ichimoku. Let's just have a quick look here. Okay. So we have a mixed bag on the 4-hour here, because this is the cloud where we're bouncing off. You can see the sellers are stepping in off the cloud. But we do have a bullish crossover here. And we've got a twist. And we've broken through the cloud. Obviously, Chiku span, which is this brown line, needs to get through price as well. That's my third signal. But I've got 2 out of 3 at the moment. And on the daily, we are technically in an upward trend. On the hourly, we are also in an upward trend. So I think if you're looking at ichimoku, your bias should be to the upside. So what you're looking for is, in all honesty, a break of the fractal. So let's just check the half-hour as well, just to get a confirmation. Right, okay. So let's go back to the bully, and I'll show you what I mean. So, a break below this fractal, okay. This fractal here doesn't count because it is not below this red line. This is the fractal I'm looking for. So a break below this fractal is going to give me a trigger for shorts, and a break above this fractal is going to give me a trigger for longs. Okay, so break below 11,160 is going to give me a trigger for shorts, and a break above 11,216 is a trigger to continue adding to my long, to a long if you are long. That's pretty much the way I see this at the moment, and you can take us down to the 12 minutes if you want. And then that means I'm basically going to tidy up my entry points to 11,207 to the upside and 11,178 to the downside. And looking at the 12 minutes here, I think your bias is going to be to work with this, oh dear, I would say to work with this trend line, but we have broken through. So just pay attention. If you are long, if you're going long for any price action down in this area that's bullish, watch out for this trend line here. It may just be a break below the alligator, a back up to test, and then a plummet. Okay. So that's kind of the view that I've got. Watch these two fractal levels, and that's going to give you an indication. Obviously, your stop is above or below these two fractals. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today on the Dax. Hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.